Hello guys, and welcome to my persuasive speech. Were any of you aware that almost every person in the United States contracted measles before there was a vaccine introduced? According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 3 to 4 million people were affected each year, while 400 to 500 people died each year. Now, measles was eliminated from the United States in the year 2000 because of the vaccination that was introduced. Measles is just one of many diseases, but without vaccinations, disease and deadly infections can take over and spread rapidly, causing many the grief of losing loved ones. Vaccines have created a time where we do not have to watch our loved ones suffer and possibly die from many horrific diseases and infections. Now, being a parent myself, I strive to keep my children and my family healthy and protect them as best I can from disease and extreme illnesses. Both of my children have been vaccinated since they were born, and they'll continue to receive vaccines throughout their schooling. And I believe that this is one of the most important things that we can do as parents to keep our children and our loved ones healthy. With all of this being said, I'd like to take a moment today and speak with you about the importance of vaccines and how they play an important role in the health of our children and our family. One of the first things I'd like to talk to you today about vaccines is the importance that they have on the ability to prevent us from contracting many infectious diseases. To name a few, vaccines protect us from things like polio, pertussis, hepatitis A and B, and tetanus. Now I'm going to show you some pictures here in just a second. Some of them may be disturbing to others, but a lot of these diseases affect us at an emotional level, and you'll see why, because of the state that it puts our young children in. This right here is a picture of a child who is suffering from polio. His body has deteriorated, and he is having to use crutches to walk. Soon he may not even be able to walk anymore. This right here is a picture of a child who is suffering from tetanus. His body is so tensed up he can barely move, and he is in so much pain. And this one right here is a newborn, or fairly newborn, who has been affected by pertussis, or whooping cough, and is finding it so hard to breathe that she has had to be hooked up to machines. Now, with these pictures in mind, just imagine, in the United States alone, vaccine-preventable infections kill more individuals annually than HIV or AIDS, breast cancer, or even traffic accidents. Approximately 50,000 adults die each year from vaccine-preventable diseases in the United States. That doesn't even account for all of the children, like the ones I just showed you in the pictures, that are suffering and dying every year because of the fact that they are not vaccinated. This is a scary thought, and when you sit down and you think about it, all of these people were affected, and some had died because of something they didn't do that was so easy. All they had to do was go to the doctor and get vaccinated. Now, the second reason why we should vaccinate ourselves, our children, and our family is that it not only keeps us safe, but it keeps others safe as well. When you get vaccinated to protect yourself, you're protecting your family as well. According to the National Foundation for Infectious Diseases, vaccine-preventable diseases are more serious for the very young and the very old. That is why, like the pictures I showed you, children have extreme issues with all of these infectious diseases, and it also affects the elderly. By not being vaccinated, we are opening the door to either spread or contract many deadly diseases. This could lead to many health issues and even death for some. According to immunize.org, outbreaks of preventable diseases occur when many parents decide not to vaccinate their children. So when we decide not to vaccinate our children, not only are we allowing the possibility for them to get these diseases or these infections or whatever they may be, but we're also opening the door and allowing for the opportunity for our children to pass it on to other children who may have not been immunized. So what we're doing is we're just creating a chain reaction of people and passing along different types of diseases, just like they did when measles was taking over this country. After measles was introduced, not only did it stop spreading, but it was slowly but surely taken out of this country. Now, I don't know about you, but this is not something that I want to take a chance on for my family or myself. The last and third reason that I have for you today on why vaccinations are so important is that it is a safe and effective way to promote healthy living. Vaccines have been developed for years, and they've been designed to help save lives and not hurt people. You may get a little Band-Aid on your arm or your leg or wherever they put it, and you might be a little tender after you get it, but that's the only thing they're designed to do. They're not designed to hurt people or cause people to get sick. According to immunize.org, vaccination is safe and effective. All vaccines must undergo long and careful reviews by scientists, doctors, and the federal government, such as the FDA, to make sure that they are safe for people to receive. Vaccines.gov goes on to explain that vaccines are the best defense we have against serious, preventable, remember preventable, and sometimes deadly contagious diseases. Vaccines are some of the safest medical products available. So I ask you, they're being reviewed by doctors and scientists, and they're also being reviewed by the FDA before they go out there. They're there to prevent certain diseases and infections, and yet we still have the ability to not get them. Now, as you can see by the evidence presented, vaccines are a safe and effective way to prevent people from contracting infections and diseases while also preventing the deaths of many people. We all have an obligation to keep our family and loved ones healthy while also contributing to the health of our nation by preventing the spreading of infections and disease. Vaccinating gives us the ability to do both of these. When we vaccinate, not only are we keeping ourselves safe, but we're keeping the lives of others. With all of this in mind, please don't sit back and take a chance on your life, your children's lives, your parents' lives, anyone else in your family, or even the people that surround you every day. Keep you and your family safe, keep your community safe, and keep this country safe. Go out, get vaccinated today, so that all of you will be protected and healthy. Thank you.